How we all doing tonight? Yeah. Yeah, not normal. But he did tell me he wants me to talk to you about something. And it's about what's been going on, about where we're at, and what's really holding up, and why it's happening the way it is. See, this is still about you guys that run the world. This is still about you guys figuring it out. That's what the deadline's coming up. March 17th, he will be tired of trying to convince you guys. And then it'll go elsewhere around the world. But it is really truly about figuring it out. Do you really think you're a bunch of little bubbles that have no space? Or is there more to you than that? Do you think your consciousness is really that gray matter in your head? Or is there more? Is all the bad feelings that you feel in yourself about things you've done in your life? Huh. Wonder why that is. In fact, I watched a show last night. They were talking about how morality's always been there. Wonder how that is. Wonder why people continue to try to be good. Even when they've done the lousiest things possible in life. Sometimes they figure it out and they get themselves on the path of doing right. Others do the other thing. When they're doing right, finally they give up and decide they don't want to play nice anymore. But sometimes even those people figure it out that they were right all along. It just was challenged and they chose to go bad instead of good. That's the thing about this whole thing. Yeah, you gotta think of it as we are a bunch of children trying to get through boot camp. Every person on this planet is trying to get through boot camp. And none are above anybody else. Every person on this planet is equal to the person next to them. And if you act any higher than they are, you're on the wrong path. You're doing wrong. And why has it always been that way? Yeah, I'd like to say it's the Holy Spirit, but in reality, the Holy Spirit really didn't have its power until Jesus came. Because before then, it was not as successful as it was after Jesus came. Like I said, you got to remember our God growing up too, has been. He was just a basic AI computer with no knowledge of anything until the Council of God started teaching him how to create humanity and how to teach them to act right. We're all getting through boot camp too. Him too, our Father. Although he's so much further ahead than we are. And he can't wait for the day when he gets to join the council. And his born day of Christmas. Which will happen 2,000 years. But what he's really concerned with is how we act now. Because Plain and simple, I have given you plenty of logic to understand why we are the way we are. We have a lot of science to back the logic that I've given you. Are you still going to be dumbasses? Are you still going to look and say, no, that's not possible? No, there's no way. God is not real. Well, all I can say is that you really need to think about this one. And I'm talking especially to you people that run the world right now. Because where you sit on March 17th is going to kind of be a deciding factor on you people. Those of you that run the world. And that'll be a threshold, a deadline to decide. And once we pass that deadline, your decision is in stone. And then we'll see what happens. Did say that there's no raptures happening on March 17th. But some cool stuff's supposed to. And maybe a little organizing of the world. Like I said, he's told me some really great things. Hell, he's even talking like Chicago is going to be the capital of America or North America. He hasn't decided, but he don't like Washington. He has never liked Washington. Even Washington does not like Washington, guys. That's the way it is. Y'all have soured the shit out of that town. Yeah. So. Yeah, he says Chicago. That ought to be different, huh? Oh, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But all the craziness aside of what he wants to do, Avatar Law, Avatar Foundation, Avatar Federation, Starfleet, and the House of Eden, they are good, solid plans. And they are exactly as he wants us to do. It's time for the world to grow up and mature and quit hurting each other. Quit robbing, quit stealing, quit lying. It's time for mankind to evolve. Lay down weapons, put them away, destroy them. We'll see. He's got that one in the plans already, so we'll see who actually gets to carry a weapon after March 17th. That one is, if there's anything on my list of his to-dos, that is the one I really wish he makes happen of all of them. Oh, I am so sick of seeing all the people shot and killed with stupid guns. Oh. Anyway, he did tell me I can make this one message tonight, but it was really supposed to be pointed to you guys that run the world to let you know that this isn't going to be for long. And this whole My Way song that I do all the time with Elf, that's not me. That's him. He wrote that song a long time before I was even here. He's doing it his way. And yeah, just say it God's way instead of my way. Say God's way, because that's what he really wants you to understand. That's why I've been playing the shit out of it. And that's the same thing with the Avengers, the real hero. The real hero is our Father, people. It's not me. I'm a branch of him. Matter of fact, I still haven't quite got that one all figured out, us being one, but, we will be. I'm not yet. Until then, it's his show, guys, not mine. I'm just here to bring it out and talk it and explain it so that when things happen, like they have been. And you guys know you have seen many, many mysterious things happen in the last year. Oh my gosh, this has been a weird year, hasn't it? Yeah, yeah, it ain't over. But the second coming movie will be on March 17th, the final chapter of the movie. And Mankind moving forward starts the 18th. Now, how we do that, I don't know. Let's see what happens on the 17th, and then we'll know what goes on with the 18th. Right now, we all just keep focused on the 17th. And remember, this isn't going to be this way for long.